morning, YouTube. This is Tim with Outdoor Trail Hikers. This is just going to be kind of a short update video. If you've watched my previous videos about our camping, overlanding, national forest adventures, you know that I've been talking off and on about a rooftop tent and trying to make my mind up whether or not to purchase one, whether or not it would serve what I'm wanting to do better than a ground tent, better than a camping trailer. I went to Ouachita and camped at Bard's Springs, and there's a video about that. And I used my ground tent. I had a lot of problem finding a good area to set that tent up because of the rock, the levelness of the ground. It was a chore, you know, finding a good spot for that. I did find one, as you can see in that past video, but that got me thinking. And as we drove through the Ouachita National Forest, and I'm looking at the free camping spots, you know, that you can get when you're driving through the forest. Most of those are very rocky, and a lot of them are unlevel sites. So that just kind of made me decide, okay, for this area, a rooftop tent would probably be ideal. The next thing is, which brand do you get? You know, do you jump in and pay the big money for a big name? Or being your first one, do you try to save a little money and go a little cheaper and, you know, go that route? I've been researching these for a long time, and I decided to go with the SMITTYBILT Overlander tent. I believe it's what I got it right here. Let's see. Yes, it's a SMITTYBILT Overlander rooftop tent 2783. I didn't get the XL. I didn't get the XL because I was afraid that with it being bigger, if I decided later down the road to get something like a say a Cherokee Trailhawk or a Tacoma, you know, I was afraid that XL was going to be a little bit too big. And it's just me and my wife and dog, so, you know, we don't need a lot of room. So it's also less weight, smaller size, you know, hitting the wind when you're going down the road. So there, you know, all those factors are why I decided to just go the smaller one. And plus it was a couple $100 cheaper. Now I ordered mine from 4-wheel drive parts, and they had them on sale. I believe it was 10% knocked off. Regular price is $730.54. I got a $73.05 discount. So that made the price $657.49. I also went ahead and got the protection plan, which was $69.40. I believe I got 5% off of that regular price. I think it's normally around $80 or so, $79. So my subtotal was $657.49 plus the protection price of $69.40. Shipping I got for free, which saved me $81.35. Tax was $60 for a total of $786.86. And let's see, this says I saved $73.05. So for $786, I've got a rooftop tent coming. It's coming freight from California. And I just got tracking saying it'd been shipped from California, but there was no estimated time of delivery. I guess that'll show up later when they know more about it. On the website, it said that tent weighed 118 pounds. On the shipping material or the receipt that I got for them shipping it from the shipping company, it said that the weight was 190 some pounds. So I guess the box and all the packing materials really upped the weight about 50 pounds. It's kind of hard to believe, but so I'm looking at a package coming about 200 pounds. And I've never had a package come freight before where they're going to, I guess a bigger truck is bringing it to the front door or to the curbside. So I do have a dolly that I can put it on and dolly it up, but I think what I'm going to do is hook my little utility trailer to the back of the truck, and when I know they're coming, I'm just going to park it out at the curb and just toss that tent off in that cargo trailer and, you know, just bring it into the backyard with that and get it all set up, and then I can just transfer it over to my pickup truck. Now, on my truck rack, I had mounted my solar panels. I've got a little video that I talked about those too. But I mounted those solar panels on my roof rack because I didn't think I was going to be getting a rooftop tent right now. And the solar panels I'm using are those cheap ones from Harbor Freight. It's 3 of them, so it takes up quite a bit of space. But they were working great. I used it on my bar trip camp, and they worked great. So I had to dismount those to be able to have space for the tent. And here is another factor. Do I mount the tent to where when it opens up, the ladder's at the tailgate, it overhangs the tailgate a little bit? I measured it. I could have it to where when it opened up, it was even with the tailgate, or I could push it back a little bit and have it to where it hung past the tailgate. But the more I got to thinking about it, even the smaller tent you can get an annex with now. I think it's on sale $250 some, which I'll eventually get. So since I am planning on getting an annex later down the road, I think I'm gonna go ahead and mount the tent to where it comes off to the passenger side. That way I can zip the annex, and, you know, and have that space. And for now, you know, I think it'll overhang. It'll be off to one side a little bit, but it'll overhang about 45 inches. But I have my homemade shower, pressure shower, on the left-hand or driver's side of my rack. So that's going to take up that space. So even with it scooted over a little bit, you know, weight-wise, it'll be balanced. It may look a little funny being off to one side just a little bit, but I think it'll be okay because I'd like to have the full 45 inches hanging off of the side of the truck for that annex room. So that's my plan there. It's not going to be a problem mounting it that way. I rechecked all my welds on the rack the other day because, like I said, I have made some trips, and I've had those solar panels up there, which are quite a bit of weight, and I've had my hot shower full of water, so that's weight's been there, and the rack looks fine. I don't think it's going to have any problem at all supporting the rooftop tent. From what I can tell, it's sturdier than a lot of these racks you can buy. That's just 2 bars, unless you get the real heavy duty ones. So that's not going to be a problem there. It's just a matter of getting the tent. I don't know how long it's going to take to get shipped here, but as soon as it gets here, it won't take me long at all to get that thing mounted. And we've been having a lot of weather issues. It's been raining like cats and dogs, flash flooding. It's just been the weather not working with me as far as getting camping trips in. But as soon as the weather clears up, I'll have that tent mounted. I'm sure it'll be here, and I'll have it mounted by next week. And if the weather works with me, I'm going to start getting those camping trips in. We're going to start reviewing that tent. I'll do an unboxing. I'll show you what all came. Show you how I mount it. And of course, when we start camping, the setup, the tear down, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and things like that. But I'm excited to have it coming. I didn't film it on our last trip when we went to Barge Creek. But if you watch that video, you know I took my dog Remington with me. Remington's a really good dog. He was raised out on acreage. He's been around animals, goats, you know, all kinds of stuff. He goes out in the backyard and watches raccoons that come around, and he just sits there and watches them. He's not scared of animals, is what I'm trying to say. You know, he's a pretty brave dog. And we was camping at Barge Creek that other week. About 12 o'clock, he started going crazy. You know, he was just not acting himself. He was sniffing the air, and I saw him sniffing the air, and so I said, what's he smelling? And then I started getting a whiff of something. And it was coming in through the vent of the tent behind. You know, there was a mountain behind us, and it was coming from that mountain somewhere, you know. So I got my light, and I went out there and I shined it in the woods, you know, up that hillside, and I never did see anything, but I heard something, and it's going through the leaves, and it sounded pretty big. So I thought, well, you know, a hog or something like that. So I didn't worry too much about it. I went back to tent, laid down, tried to doze off. Well, he kept on acting up, and he wouldn't let it go. And I had dozed off for a little bit, and then I felt something wet on my cheek, and he had nosed me on the cheek, and he was looking at me like, hey, something ain't right. I don't feel safe. Well, I trust Remington's instincts. He's proven himself time and time again. So to calm his nerves and to make me feel better too, we went ahead and climbed out of the truck, the tent, and climbed into the truck. I turned the lights on. I started the truck, and I shined the lights all up in the woods, because when we were going from the tent to the truck, I heard something in the woods again, but I couldn't find it with the flashlight. And I really can't explain the smell. You know, it's almost like a Bigfoot story. You know, you've heard the stories, and they talk about smelling it and all that. Well, if Bigfoot's out there, no offense, but it's hard for me to believe, you know. But I don't know what other animal out there has an odor that's pretty stinky, you know. Not like a skunk or anything like that, more like a wet dog or something, you know. But anyway, we climbed in the truck, and every now and then I would see him set up, and he would look through the windows of the truck. But after a while, he calmed down and curled up in the seat and went to sleep. So I have no idea what was out there. I just don't know, you know. But I know getting in the truck made him feel better. So since he felt better, I felt better. But I will say sleeping in the truck is no fun. Thus, another reason I went ahead and decided, okay, we're going to do this rooftop tent thing, because on top of my rack, it's going to be about 6 foot in air. Now, I know the things can still get up there, but, you know, most things aren't. So I think we're going to feel a lot safer in the rooftop tent. And not to be rambling on, but, you know, it's just kind of the story of why I've decided to go ahead and do the rooftop tent thing for my truck. So with that, I guess I'll end this video. I just want to let y'all know that I do have one coming. I'll have it mounted hopefully by next week, and hopefully the camping footage will start rolling in. We'll get a whole lot more shots of areas in the Ouachita National Forest where I plan on spending a lot of time, because there is just so much area through there. Lots to do. I'm testing out a new light that my wife bought me that clips on the phone. And, you know, 3 different light brightnesses that's shining on me. And I think she actually ordered this thing off Wish, so she got it really cheap. But it seems to be working fine right now. You know, we'll see. They say you get what you pay for, but right now it's working, so I can't complain. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You know, it's nothing exciting, just a little update video. As soon as the tent gets here, I'll start doing an unboxing video, and we'll get that posted up. And y'all follow along, hit that subscribe button, and follow our adventures. Hit the like button. But I hope y'all find time that you can get out in nature and explore and enjoy yourselves, and you know, see what all's out there, because there's a lot you can do that don't cost a lot of money. I paid for my camping area the last time I was in the National Forest, but I chose to. It was only $8 a night, but I was right by a waterfall. I had a clean bathroom there, so you know, it was worth it. And that was kind of on the west end of the forest area that I'm going to, and I'm going to kind of work my way east, going toward Hot Springs over time with the different camping areas. And I may shoot up east a couple times, I guess you'd say kind of out of order, because I want to go up to Lake Ouachita with my kayaks and do some kayaking up there. So as soon as it gets warm, you know, where you can swim and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and jump up further east. But all that's to come, you know. Y'all hit that subscribe button and follow us along, and we will talk at you later. Cheers.